Now, Queenslanders are a very calm, very normal bunch, so you've got to imagine how bad things are for people to start to fire up, especially during the middle of a working week. But Parliament's on right now, and this is the only way they can get the attention of their arrogant Premier, who would much rather be at a film premiere or talking up the Olympic Games than dealing with the actual responsibilities of her and her government. Here's some of what the people had to say at this march, trying to get the government to pay attention that they have had enough.
2 years ago, I came out publicly and said, and even then I really couldn't hold myself together. I asked the Premier to fix the problem. I asked the Premier to not allow this to happen or else people will die. Well, sadly, that has happened. And it has happened more than once. And so we are here today. We're going to go in there and we're going to talk to the ministers. Unfortunately, Anastasia Premier, our leader, will not have a meeting with the concerned people of Queensland.
We are taught that our government creates laws to protect the well-being and safety of our country. So, I'd like to ask why they've now created laws that put our lives at risk.
Unbelievable. All of this came on the very same day that the Courier Mail had new, shocking information about just how serious the recidivism problem is, the people who keep committing crimes, the same people over and over again. Queensland's reoffending rate is up 3%. It's now 69%. So 69% of people, of young people who commit crimes, continue to commit them, which means nothing is working. The softly, cuddle approach of the lefties is not working. 7 out of 10 young offenders have had another charged offence or referred to police within 12 months of what they've done. The state already has the highest youth recidivism rate of any other state or territory, as a productivity report which was released in January showed that 56% of youth offenders were released from supervision, went back and ended up having more crimes within 12 months. The response of the Queensland government is, of course, to fiddle the numbers, to play with the spin. You see, they're going to turn around and go into next year's state election saying, we've cut youth crime. We've done it by about 10%. Why am I confident they'll be able to say 10%? Because they just magically reduced the actual crime of possession of drugs, which makes up 10% of all youth offending. So despite the fact that 69%, you remember, 69% of kids that are committing crimes are going on to commit another crime within 12 months, they're going to fiddle the numbers because of the decriminalisation of drugs. But the reality is far worse in Queensland. And good on everyone who took to the streets about this today. And by the way, what about this? About the number of people who have been assaulted in their life. The Australian Bureau of Statistics put this one out today, and this one, well, dare I say, knocked me over. An estimated 7 million people, 7 million people, or 36%, have experienced some sort of physical violence. 4 million men, 3 million women. 57% of blokes were attacked by a stranger, and 74% of those things happened outside, but 63% of women were attacked by their partner and 70% were attacked at home. 7 million people have been assaulted since they were 15. Again, the same people who turn around and say, vote for me because of law and order. The reality is, if you've been assaulted once, it changes your life forever, let alone if somebody's stolen your car. The same people who turn around and say, vote for me because I'm going to do something about the cost of living, and then they do nothing about it. In fact, they increase the amount of money that they are making via taxes, and they take the $1,500 tax return off you, still want your vote. The same people who say, trust me because I'm the education premier, are the same people who've run a system into the ground now where 1 in 3 kids aren't meeting the basic standards. We have to remain focused, we have to remain angry, and we have to hold these people to account. The same people who screw the system should not be the ones who are able to play us all for fools at election time.